Friends, today we will be discussing about primary processing and value additions. Now, if we see India's position, we have total arable land of 184 million hectares, but you will see that India's share in world trade in respect of processed food is only 1.6%. If you see commodity wise, in the case of milk, we are largest producer of milk, we are at number 1 and we produce nearly 90 million tons, but we have processing only 35%. In case of fruits and vegetable, we are processing only 2.20%. Out of livestock, we have largest livestock in the world. Food grain, we are third in the world. Fish, we are third largest producer of fish. In case of poultry, we produce 489 million poultry, but we have processing only 6%. And in case of egg, we are producing 45,200 production. So in this case, you can see that we, in the case of processing, we are far behind than other countries. Now, what is the importance of food processing industry? Food processing industry is one of the largest industries in India. It ranks 5th in terms of production, consumption, export and expected growth. Starting from post harvest level, food processing involves primary processing like grading, sorting, cutting, seedling, shelling, packaging, etc. Now, this industry has contributed 6.3% to India's GDP and had a share of 6% in total industrial production. The industry employs 1.6 million workers directly. Food processing sector covers activities such as agriculture, horticulture, plantation, animal husbandry, poultry and fisheries. It also includes other industries that use agricultural inputs for manufacturing of edible product. Now, similar is the concept of agro processing. So, what is it? Agro processing is a set of techno-economic activities which are carried out for conservation of and handling of agriculture produce and to make it usable as food, feed, fiber, fuel or industrial raw material. The scope of agro processing industry encompasses all operations from the stage of harvest till the material reaches to the end users in the desired form, packaging, quantity, quality and price. Now, what is value addition? Value addition is a process of changing or transforming a product from its original state to a more valuable state, that is, for example, processing of wheat into flour, processing bakery products, soya milk, tofu, soya snacks and marketing. Now, why value addition is important? Because there is increased consumer demand regarding health, nutrition and convergence. There are efforts by food processors to improve their productivity. Then there are technological advances that enable producers to produce what consumers and processors desire. What are the benefits of value addition? The value addition, the value of farm products can be increased. Secondly, there is a higher returns. And now, which are the sector of food processing industry? You will find there is ample scope in case of grain processing, dairy, fruits and vegetable processing, meat and poultry processing, fisheries and consumer foods including packaged foods, beverages and packaged drinking water. While the industry is large in size, it is still at a nascent stage in terms of its development. Of the country's total agriculture and food produce, only 2% is processed. The highest share of processed food is in the dairy sector, where 37% of the total produce is processed. Of this, only 15% is processed by the organized sector. Now, which are the food products prepared at different sectors? Now, in case of grains and cereals, we can make flour, bakeries, starch, glucose, cornflakes, malted foods, vermicelli, beer and malt extract, grain based alcohol. In case of dairy, we can go for whole milk powder, skim milk powder, condensed milk, ice cream, butter and ghee, cheese, etc. Then in case of fruit and vegetables, we can go for beverages, juices, concentrates, pulps, slices, frozen and dehydrated products, potato wafers, chips, etc. In case of meat and poultry fisheries, we can go for frozen and packaged, mainly fresh from egg powder. In case of consumer foods, we can go for snack food, namkins, biscuits, ready to eat food, alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. Now there are projections for the 12th 5-year plan. The industry is estimated to grow at 9 to 12% on the basis of an estimated GDP growth of 6 to 8%. Now value addition of food product is expected to increase from the current 8% to 35% by the year 2025. Fruits and vegetable processing, which is currently around 2% of the total production, is likely to increase by 10% by the year 2025. Given the size of the industry and the nascent development stage, the food processing sector is a key focus area for Government of India. The importance of the sector is further enhanced by the fact that over 70% of the population depends on agricultural activity for livelihood. The government has therefore been focusing on commercialization and value addition to agriculture produce, minimizing pre and post harvest wastage, generating employment and export growth in this sector. Now, what is the status of Indian food processing industry? In this sector, livestock sector, India has 16% of cattle, 57% buffalo, 17% goat and 5% sheep population of the world. Agriculture contributes to 24.2% to GDP. We are highest producer of milk with cold storage capacity of 70,000 ton. We have 5th largest producer of eggs. We are 6th largest producer of fish with harvesting volume of 5.2%. Conservative estimates put processing levels in the fruits and vegetable sector at 2%, meat and poultry at 2%, milk by way of modern dairies at 14%, fish at 4%. Currently, the food processing sector, though in the nascent stage, constitute 14% of manufacturing. There are some competitive advantages in the food processing sector of India. It is because of demand conditions, and there are large target consumer base and rising income levels. Then changing age profile of Indian population, then lifestyles are changing, then factorial conditions. Now, what are the strength of food processing industry? It is round the year availability of raw materials, social acceptability of agro processing as important area and support from the central government. There is vast network of manufacturing facilities all over the country, vast domestic market and ready demand and convergence. What are the weaknesses? High requirement of working capital, low availability of new, reliable and better accuracy instruments and equipments. There is inadequate automation with respect to information management. Then remuneration is less attractive for talent in comparison to contemporary discipline. Inadequately developed linkages between R&D labs and industry, poor raw material quality, technology upgradation, etc. Then we will see the opportunities in this sector. There is a large crop and material base in the country due to agroecological viability, which offers vast potential for agro processing activities. Now, integration of developments in the contemporary technologies such as electronics, material science, computer, biotechnology, etc., which offer vast scope for rapid improvement and progress. Then new global markets are opening up, which may lead to export of our developed technologies and facilities, generation of additional income and employment opportunities. Which are the threats? Now, there is competition from global players, loss of trained manpower to other industries and other professions due to better working conditions. Then there is a rapid development in contemporary and requirement of industry may lead to fast adolescence. Now, value additions, we will see one by one. Value addition of grains. India produces more than 200 million tons of different food grains every year. Now, primary milling of rice, wheat, pulses is the most important activities in food grain processing. The country is self-sufficient in grain production and is the second largest rice producer in the world. About 15% of the annual production of wheat is converted into wheat product. There are 10,000 pulse mills in the country with a milling capacity of 40 million tons. There is total investment in the grain milling sector up to US dollar 1.5 billion. Indian basmati rice, it is most popular and which commands a premium price in international market. This segment thus offers opportunities in marketing of branded grains as well as grain processing. Now, we will see paddy processing. Now, paddy processing, it is a staple food of more than 60% of the world population. Rice is mainly produced and consumed in the Asian region. India has the largest area under paddy in the world, and India ranks second in the production only after China. Country has also emerged as a major rice consumer. More than 50% of the country's population depends fully or partially on rice, as it constitutes main cereal food crops of the diet. We will see paddy processing. Rice is primarily a high energy calorie food. The major part of rice consists of carbohydrates in the form of starch. The protein of rice contains a glutenin that is called originin. The nutritive value of rice protein is much higher than that of wheat and maize. Rice contains most of the minerals mainly located in the pericarp and germ, and about 4% phosphorus. Rice also contains some enzymes. Now, there are some post harvest losses in grains. It is estimated that about 10% of the food grain produced in India are lost in processing and storage. It has been reported that about 9% of the paddy is lost due to use of old and outdated methods of drying and milling, improper and unscientific method of storage, transport and handling. Now, flour milling. Flour milling is another sector. The objective of modern flour milling is to obtain the maximum amount of white flour from the wheat endosperm without any bran or germ content. Conditioning of wheat by hydrothermal treatment prior to milling helps in the separation of bran and germ from the endosperm. If wheat is conditioned by hydrothermal treatment, bran and germ become rubber like, while the endosperm becomes soft. The yield of wheat flour and byproduct, that is called milli feed, from wheat flour milling is about 70% and 30% by weight. Now, which are the steps in flour milling? There are some steps like receiving, drying, storage of wheat, then cleaning, after which conditioning, milling into flour and byproduct, packaging and storage of finished product and blending of them. Now, what are the opportunities? Value addition of pulses. Legumes contribute a major portion of lysine in the vegetarian diet. They are also fairly good sources of vitamins like thiamine, niacin and riboflavin, and much needed iron, but relatively poor source of calcium and sulfur containing amino acids. Now, nutritive studies have shown that inclusion of various legumes in the cereal based diet can solve the protein calorie malnutrition and promote growth, especially of the underweight children. Post harvest technology of grain legumes involve cleaning, storage, milling and packaging operations. Grain legumes are processed and utilized in number of ways. India is the largest producer and consumer of pulses in the world. Pulses are mostly consumed in the form of dal, dehusked and split kernel. A variety of products can be made from fruits. We will see what can be done regarding fruits. Fruit is converted into pulp level, then used for making different products. The raw material should be available largely in the nearby area throughout the year, or alternative uses should also be there for machinery installed by using the raw material available in the region. Assured consumers either in the local area, nutritive level or national or international market. Now, from mango we can go for juice, RTS, nectar, splash, jam, preserve, toffee, pickle, chutney, canned mango, mango powder, mango concentrate. From guava we can go for jelly, cheese, toffee, nectar, can, guava, squash, vinegar. From pomegranate we can prepare juice, squash, syrup. From pineapple we can go for canned pineapple, juice, squash, syrup, jam. There are ample opportunities for processing of grain for wine, juice, raisin, munakka. Then karonda we can prepare pickle, jelly, candy, preserve. From banana we can go for canned banana, dried banana, toffee. From fig we can go for dried fig. There are some fruits like citrus fruit, we can go for juice, and there are ample opportunities in fruit sector. So, now we will see the processing of vegetable. Vegetable should be harvested, handled and processed when optimum stage is reached. The post harvest losses will be more if harvesting is done later or earlier. By considering the factor like chronological age, size, shape, surface characteristic, the maturity of product can be judged. Now, we will see value addition in dairy industry. There is this milk from dairy cooperative forms the major source of fluid milk supply to cities, and about 70% rural households are involved in cattle rearing. Now we can go for preparation of ghee, kheer, basundi, rabri, dahi, lassi, paneer, khova. These all products can be prepared from milk and milk associate product. To sum up, we can say that agro processing is now regarded as the sunrise sector of the Indian economy in view of its large potential for growth, and it is likely socio-economic impact specifically on employment and income generation. In developed countries, up to 14% of the total workforce is engaged in agro processing sector directly or indirectly, compared to only about 3% in India, which reveals that it has underdeveloped state and vast potential and untapped potential is there for employment. If properly developed, agro processing sector can make India a major player in the global level for marketing and supply of processed food, feed and wide range of other plant and animal products. This was about processing and value addition. For further information, you may like to visit Manage website. Thank you.